I think that's what it is.
When
like,
Luigi's only got $1.5 million, he needs some more cash. Now, if you want to donate to somebody, Luigi Mangione over there, or whatever his name is.
Hero.
I don't know about that. But he's only up to $1.5 million. He's got 3
Kyle
trials
said he's an
ahead of him.
American hero off camera.
I don't know. That CEO deserved due process.
That
guy, I love it. I love it.
You know what I always feel bad about with that guy is the dude he killed. Like, obviously someone's dad as well. That's terrible. And husband and father. But he was like up early on the grind, and obviously his job, terrible things, the decisions that get made and all that. But like, it's a guy that, he was working hard.
Doesn't that make it better though? That
but he was playing the game.
If he was a lazy evil person, like he was doing bad things but lazily, and maybe we let him stay around. But when you've got the hardest working up at the crack of dawn evil guy,
that's a great point. Come
on.
Think about
at that point now, if you're going to be, it's like, I'm trying to think of the message, and like it didn't do anything. But now he's like, he's working way too hard. Let's slow this down.
Saruman with a work ethic. You can't.
But they did pick. But like I think they picked things up right away the next day. Just that guy's dead now though. But I think everything's pretty much exactly the same, right?
Think about this: Hitler, Stalin, notoriously hard workers, largely hated. Mussolini, constantly phoning it in.
If it had been lazy Nazis since Hitler, like not hard workers, just lazy Nazis, they'd still have a presence. They'd be like over there, all like up even today. They'd be like over there, like in Canadian politics or something. They're like,
because they wouldn't have gotten anything done. And so
United Healthcare picked up right where they left off. And I don't think it's appropriate for you to call for the murder of his successor right here on our show.
That's true. But I don't think he did. He definitely
did. I heard it. We all heard it. Yeah, Harley's like, they picked up right where they left off. Wink, wink.
No. Listen, dude.
Yeah,
that guy was a hard worker.
152.
He's a dad, and people were celebrating that he was killed. And I see that, and I'm like, that guy was fucking up early to go to work, and you got killed. That's so annoying. Like, you're like playing the game in the way that we set it up, and you're doing it, and you're all about it, and you have your family and everything, but then you get killed because what, you're playing the game?
It's like Jack LaLanne.
He was divorced, and his kids were adults, right?
Died on a run. No, I think
he was definitely divorced.
Well, I still think it stands. Like, I don't know if like killing the guy. I don't know if the killing. I can't. I just don't want to get hyped about killing some guy that looks like a dude that woke up early to go to work. I know the job and everything. I understand it. I'm making it stupid. I'm making it very stupid. But I'm just saying. Your game.
No, well, I mean, counterpoint. Luigi Mangione allegedly got up even earlier to do his job that morning because he was there waiting when this hard-working Saruman with a work ethic got
and
there.
he went to a good school and stuff too, didn't he?
Luigi.
Yeah, I think his family's very rich or something. I didn't.
So couldn't he like? Is there like, if you're so sick, isn't there a way to like fix it better than that? Any Joe Schmo can get a gun and shoot a guy, but you had access. You had access to change it from the inside, and you chose to just fucking blast it, dude.
I don't think that
I
works.
think he was acting on behalf of society, not selfishly.
Mm-hmm.
But what did it do?
Well,
didn't do anything.
It's like a garden; it needs to be watered.
It's not over yet. I don't think it's over yet. We'll see if we'll see what happens to him if there's like jury nullification or something like that. That could spark a cultural change. That could also encourage some other people to do some other things. So he's got 3 trials ahead of him. We'll see what happens.
I mean, they've got to lock him up. He murdered someone. And
they don't have to. There's a jury trial.
Allegedly. He needs due process, Taylor. You said it yourself.
I think he did it.
I thought OJ did
your video evidence.
Yeah, this video evidence where he turns around. Thumbs up.
This feels a lot like the O.J. Simpson trial to me. Something that's so incredibly charged, and the establishment is definitely leaning one way, but the public, the average person on the street, is probably going to be real easy to sway the other way toward, fuck that guy who was taking those people's health.
There's also like,
you think it's big news?
There's like a big like people who are online constantly have I think skewed view. Like a lot of normal people are not like, "Yo, he murdered that healthcare guy in cold blood." Awesome. Like that's a very like you'll see that all day on Reddit, but people who aren't hyper online like are much more.
I have circles of friends that say that. I have circles of friends that say that.
Yeah,
that I've heard it in person, but like that I don't even. But it made me think about it. Like I've just heard people the way they spoke about it, and it's like a very Reddit online take. But I've heard it in person, and it got me thinking about the situation. I was like, let me ponder on this, and then I was like, after much thought, I've decided I don't think it was that chill that he killed that man who was on his way to work. I understand. Having said everything, I don't know if that was the most important thing. And I think in retrospect, the results weren't that hype either.
I don't know. I think morally it might have been a good thing. I don't know. It might have been akin to killing a Nazi on his way to the death camp.
If it's like Fallout 3 and we're trying to stack good karma, like, you know, like it's
everyone liked that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. Like for sure. Like you're coming out in net positive here, you know? I'm the one that's saying killing that person's dad wasn't that chill. I'm the
Everybody's got dads and kids. I don't want to hear that argument either. Hitler had kids. Hitler had a wife.
What a childless man thing to say. Meanwhile, I have a race car bed.
like I'd leave you guys behind if somebody killed me. Why is nobody feeling sorry for you guys? Living in a world without me in it. Like, come on, wives and children.
We're the real victims.
I chose to be you people's friends. I could walk away anytime I want. Meanwhile, family you're glued to with DNA and laws. Fuck that.
Here's an Axios poll. Total percentage of those polled who said United Healthcare CEO killing was acceptable or somewhat acceptable by age. 18 to 29 years old, 40%. 30 to 39, 23%, 40 to 49, 13%, 50 to 59, 8%, 60 to 69, 9%, 70 or more, 11%, overall 17%. And so based on this and a couple other polls I'm seeing, it is far more common to be like, yeah, you can't be murdering people.
Well, no, we only need one.
What I'm hearing
jury
is
of 12,
you
right?
boomers don't support it, but us young kids, we're down with Luigi.
Us young kids with our skateboards. And even then, the highest percentage was only 40 there. So 60.
Hello, fellow Zoomers.
41, 59.
Was the other percentage the rest of it, or is it one of those things where like 40% support him, 30% don't, and this many are unclear?
It just says, I assume it says, because if what I just read to you was the acceptable and somewhat acceptable, all the other percentages fall into totally unacceptable, somewhat unacceptable, and then the middle part, which is like, why even participate in a survey if you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to wreck the data. I'm just going to pop in here and wreck the data and ruin this for everyone.
No, you only need one on a jury, right? At 12 people, it sounds like the odds are that one of the 12 people will feel that way. And even stronger if the demographics don't skew perfectly the way that survey went. If it's, I don't know what juries usually look like, but in the movies and on TV, they're usually 20 to 45 or 50, something like that. It's people who can get out and about and for some reason are stuck on jury duty. That's one of the pluses of being a felon. They don't want me.
I've never been requisitioned for jury duty. I've never gotten a letter.
That's crazy because you're registered to vote too.
Yeah, I voted, and I figured I just must be slipping through the cracks. Like
I've been requisitioned like 4 times, but every time the way that they do it here, you just call in and you have a number and you listen for it, and they give these ranges. They're like numbers 600 through 693. We want you to come. Higher than 693, you can stay home. And I've always been on the stay home list. Except when I was young.
I got called into a rape trial like 10 years ago, maybe. And I Googled online how to
we're talking about you as a member of a jury.
Kyle. Yeah, I was like, who's taking this? This is what is set
not
up.
Guilty. But I was like, dude looks guilty to me. but I Googled how to get out of jury duty, and I think that you just literally quote something that says, I don't feel comfortable standing in judgment of another human being.
Yeah, just ask what was she wearing, and then they're gonna be like, "Get the hell out of here."
He did it.
Look, I know I'm off jury duty already, but seriously, what was she wearing?
Yeah, I know. Blues game starts at 8. I'm gonna have to really go wild with this one to kill one.
They were both ugly.
The Blues won't be starting.
No, not for a while. This would be.
I was just thinking, like, why would you ugly girl?
That's your go-to.
That's what I said. I was like, why would he that ugly woman? She's clearly
Taylor,
innocent.
you want to do an ad read?
Yes. Yes.
Get us out of here.
Look at us.